Hey guys, what's up? I'm Kylie, an author, tuber, a voice actress, audiobook narrator, and a professional nerd. Today we're going to be talking about my Q3 goals. We're going to be talking about how well I have done and what I still have left to do, because it is only September 9th and we are going over this a little bit early, and I will explain why. So the reason why we're going over Q3 goals and kind of like a review a little bit early is because I'm in this weird transition period where it's like you almost get everything done for one quarter, but it's still too early to technically move on to the next. But you could move on to the next quarter and just start including things, but your mind is like, I can't do that. Thank you, OCD and being organized and all that stuff for that. However, I'm in this weird transitional period. So I want to go over now what I have accomplished, which includes this video. I just did an audio release video, some of the audio that I have been in as a voice actress, as an audio narrator for the last 2 months or so. And I will do another one. I'll do probably one every month, and I'm including that, and I'm really excited about it because I love the authors I work with and I love to shout them out, and I 100% always usually love what I read. So that's a new video that's coming at you. I'm also in the middle of planning an audiobook series, which I will touch more on in its own video. So for right now, let us go over what I have accomplished for Q3 thus far. So here is my Kanban board, and as you can see, I have done a lot of audio. This is the audio that is in the works. These two are my own, so they get pushed to the back of priority, and actually this one now comes down here because I have Venom, I have that book. So I'm in the last book of my Breakers series. I am in the first book of a new steampunk audio, which is really cool. I get to do a Regency accent and kind of like an estuary London accent, and I'm really, really excited to do that one. And then this is just a regular US of A MC, which I adore the entire MC, and I can't wait to see what happens with this guy. And then all of these are the ones that I have. Oh, no, Fletcher, why are you fluttering away? And then all of these are obviously the ones that I have finished. So once again, we come to the fault of my life. Social media. August, I wasn't on social media. My husband and I took a 31-day break of social media. It was amazing. Highly recommend it. If you want to pick a month out of the year or even a week to just cut social media from your life, I promise you it is amazing. It is refreshing. And the world doesn't seem as crazy. So that is my little TED Talk for y'all. So needless to say, my social media engagement was a little bit weak this month because I do plan every August now to take completely off, and I'm going to schedule myself accordingly with my YouTube schedule and my pre-scheduling of my social media in the future. Because I am not going to be releasing books in 2022, I am releasing a newsletter this month announcing my final novella, and then I will do probably a Halloween newsletter, a Christmas newsletter, a New Year newsletter, and then just every quarter release a newsletter. I am not a person who likes to inundate readers with newsletters, but I do like to keep them abreast of the process and what's going on. Down here is where I have excelled as a new mom. The YouTube front actually got done very, very well. So I have a new pen name. As you can see, I've already announced it. I'm going to be switching over all of my paranormal and fantasy over to Victoria Bolt. I'm not too concerned about people knowing who I am because Legend is going to be rebranded, retitled, and renamed Kylie Stewart writing as Victoria Bolt, so people will know anyway. It's not that big of a deal. I just want separate for separate sake and continuity's sake, so that Kylie Stewart can be kept for my contemporary novellas that I have, that I want to do. And also the paranormal, the fantasy gets to stay separate for the algorithm, because we all know how wonderful Amazon's algorithm is. Here is obviously what I'm in the middle of. I have to contact my cover designer to get everything done for the back matter, for the back paperback, and then my editor has it. And this is obviously done. Novella 3 is done. And then obviously work on website, which I have. I haven't done this video yet. It is on my to-do list. I am currently doing other videos that I haven't written up here. They're kind of in like an overflow box on my Q3/Q4 plans right now. All of these are going to be held over for Q4. So that's all of Claymore. And I will kind of go into why Claymore got stalled right now. So Claymore got stalled because I chose to rewatch or watch Brandon Sanderson's 2020 BYU lecture series that he does. He does a course every year at BYU, and this time it stuck. It sunk in. And I finally got all of my answered that I needed in order to move forward and to properly fix what was wrong and what was bothering me with Claymore. I know I've talked about the Claymore project a lot. It's like this elusive project that I'm always working on, but it always seems like I'm never gonna actually publish it. And that's because I'm not happy with it. And that's because I believe that there are certain books that take more time than others while you publish others. So for example, I'm working on Claymore in the background. I have been publishing these cute little cat rescue novellas that are like they're not rom-com, but they're like sweet and spicy and romancy and very much contemporary romance. And that was what my brain needed while I was pregnant. Well, now I'm not pregnant anymore and my brain has turned back on. Although I will admit, mama's pregnancy brain is a thing and it continues even post baby being born. So Claymore has been shuffled to the side. However, it's going to allow me to use 2022 as an extreme blank slate. So I have my to-do list for things to do for September. So I am currently using Sarah Cannon's Q4 portion of the goals setting for every quarter, and I will link that down below to her videos that she has on it, how to use it. But I'm using one of these blank pages as like my to-do for September because, like I said, I'm kind of in this weird transition period where I could technically start moving on to my goals for September, but I have a lot of things to wrap up that I am procrastinating on doing, and I need to just wrap them up. So I have my list of things that I have to do. I'm going through them. The content creation this week, my husband and I are using this new system of like 2-hour work chunk blocks. So for 2 hours, he works uninterrupted. I have the baby if he's awake, and if the baby naps, I get to have some extra time to work and vice versa. And we do that 4 times a day until 6 o'clock, and then work is done. Unless it's a super pressing thing, then we have to work a little bit later. But we're really trying to get into a 9 to 6 groove for work because we work from home and we're workaholics. And before my son was born, we would work from 8 o'clock in the morning until midnight if we allowed ourselves to. With a newborn, and he's about to be 6 months next week, we're really trying to take control of our workload and our work schedule before he gets too old, so that we have set family time, that he knows that mom and dad aren't workaholics and do make time for him, and that work isn't what's important, but family is what's important. So that's something we're trying to cultivate now. So things to do for September that I'm going to be listing off. I have audio, obviously, that's my full-time gig. Writing will definitely include, I have to schedule a cover release and a release day with my promo company. I have yet to get the second edits back from my editor. Once I do, I will format it and get the paperback copy off to the proofer. Simultaneously with the schedule, the cover release and the release date, I have to get together with my cover designer, Amanda. She's amazing. I will link her down below. Highly recommend. But I have to write her a blurb first. So I hate blurbs. They're the bane of my existence, and I still struggle with them. So I have got to take some time today and actually write that blurb so I can contact her to get everything kind of rolling. Then I have to actually do the release and run the ad for Novella 3. And I'm going to be fixing Claymore by creating a series Bible, first and foremost, which I will probably start doing here within today or the next day. That way I can get myself back on track for that series. For myself, my husband's doing a lot better than I am. Okay. 2 weeks of no refined sugar. I'm doing okay until it comes to this stuff. So I had my first pumpkin spice latte of this season yesterday. Wonderful. I can't have it a lot because it really bothers my reflux and my stomach, but I was able to have some and it was beautiful. And hopefully this Saturday I'm going with my girlfriend autumn decor shopping, so watch out for that vlog. I'm gonna totally take you through Hobby Lobby and Michael's and we're just gonna go crazy decking our houses out for autumn. And you know, autumn, we're more into autumn decor. Excuse you, Google. We're more into autumn decor than we are into like the Halloween decor. Obviously, Halloween will come, but I'm more into the fall, autumnal, cottagecore vibes right now. Cottagecore is like my thing right now. And I am so excited to go thrifting as soon as I can go thrifting. You have no idea. So my husband's doing better on the no refined sugar than I am because I have sugar in my coffee right now. However, everything else, we've been doing really well at doing more vegetables, more fruits, proteins, but not doing a lot of processed foods, if that makes sense, which would have the sugar, the refined sugar in it. Also, we're supposed to be going 2 weeks no coffee for caffeine. I am about to switch over to green tea tomorrow, so pray for me. It's been a slow process because I knew that coming down off of caffeine, I always get headaches for 3 days in a row, and they're super intense, painful migraines that usually start at about 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I would have had only the morning to focus on my work, which will not work with content creation as well as audiobook work and having to take responsibility of a 6-month-old. Well, a 25-week-old. I'm not going to say he's 6 months yet because that's next week, and this mama isn't ready to accept that she has a 6-month-old yet. Time has flown by. 100 ounces of water a day, which I've been doing great at. Working out 5 times a week, getting rid of this, what we call the baby shelf. I'm at my cardio stage right now, getting my, I had a couple of weeks off because we went on vacation, and I'm getting back into it with 20-minute cardio a day. This week is cardio and abs and squats, and then next week I'll up it to the regular 30 minutes of cardio and then throw in some resistance workouts with weights and stuff. And then getting up at 8 a.m. daily. It's not an exact science, but it's close. So we're getting there. Progress is being made. I know it takes 21 days to create a habit. We're getting there. We are getting there. So that is currently what is still on my to-do list that you might not necessarily see on the Kanban board, because when I came back from New York from my vacation, I really had to do some organizing mentally and where I wanted to be versus how I wanted to do things, what I wanted to change for content creation, how I wanted to continue with content creation. Because I'm a firm believer in quality content. I don't want to just plug things out there that are mundane or repetitive. I watch all of those videos that seem mundane, repetitive, because you can always learn something. But for me, my time as a new mom is important, and I have to really delegate my time. Everybody's time is important, but right now I'm finding it really necessary to allocate my time the best way possible. And that means talking about things I'm super passionate about, super into, hence the new audiobook release videos I'll be doing once a month about all the audio that's come out that I have narrated and been a part of. So that's that. Again, I will be doing a video about my new audiobook series that I am going to be putting together with my husband, and you will be seeing a story Bible video coming soon. It's going to be me setting up my story Bible for Claymore, and there's a lot in the works, and it takes a lot of work behind the scenes to actually set these things up properly and to get the ball rolling, so to speak. So that was my Q3 goals / review / what I still have to finish for September. And I will be so thankful when I can move on to Q4 because this girl is ready. So from you guys, one love.